may result in what? So from the first line, this is to remind the staff of the importance of nutrition screening to identify problems which may go unrecognized. So that particular word, unrecognized, is what made me to choose the answer. That's provider may be unaware of an issue.
Okay. Okay. So maybe unaware. Okay. So unrecognized. Okay. Fine. All right. So let me pick another person. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. B, Zainab. Zainab, pick B. Zainab, are you on the call?
Yes, I've seen the right answer. Sorry.
All right. So remember that, as I said, sometimes OET can be very, very tricky in the sense that they will put some answers on the option that looks like it's on the text. Now, look at this. Now, a prolonged stay at the care facility. Look at what they rated. They said, remain untreated during the patient hospital stay and blah, 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 blah. So you might think, oh, that might be it. But then if you read carefully, as was highlighted, okay, by the last speaker, he said this is to remind the staff of the importance of nutrition screening to identify. Now, let's look at the question first. The question says, the memo says that failure to screen a patient for malnutrition may result in what? So if you paraphrase it in our head, try to paraphrase. Can you hear me? So start to paraphrase.
Yes.
If I don't screen this patient for malnutrition, what will it result into? Do you get that? Do you get the paraphrasing now in my head? If I don't screen this patient for malnutrition, what will it lead to? As simple as that. And then look at it. So read, this is to remind staff of the importance of nutrition screening to identify problems which may go unrecognized and therefore remain untreated. All right, so may go unrecognized. So that means this is the issue. So if we don't screen, some issues might go unrecognized. And that means that care providers may become unaware of an issue. All right, so the answer is C. So that's brilliant. Okay, so let's look at number 4, and then I'm going to. So number 4, quickly, 2 minutes. I'm going to project another different one from this after this, because we've done this before. All right, so number 4, 2 minutes. Does anybody have not allowed in? They've allowed everybody. All right, so we'll just have 30 seconds and then review this. Okay. All right. So Francisca, are you on the call? Francisca, are you on the call, please? All right. I can't hear from Francisca.
I'm not. I'm not on the call.
Okay. Please, can you explain why your answer is
Why
B?
do you ask?
I said, can you explain? No. I'm saying, on this meeting, that's what I mean. So don't mind I'm saying on the call. You chose B?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So why is your answer B?
It made mention of the nurse should complete a request form online and email it to the pharmacy store if the word-based team is unavailable, which means in some cases, the nurse can actually request for drugs from the pharmacy direct. In some cases, not always. But whereby the person is not around, they can now use whereby the word base is around, he can now request through the word base. But if the word base team is not available, the nurse can request online directly from through email from the pharmacy store. That's why I choose B, because she can actually order for medicine from the pharmacy in some cases.
All right. Brilliant. Okay. All right. That's good. Okay. So why is the answer? Okay. So why is the answer not maybe another person? Why is the answer not
You said?
why is the answer not A or C? Why is it not C? Adelala. I don't know if I'm pronouncing well. Sorry, I'm Igbo.
He made mention of email. He didn't say that you should speak to the pharmacist.
Okay, hold on, Adela. Let her finish. Okay, continue.
Okay, like for C.
In that first
option,
paragraph, he made mention of the nurse sending a request online and email it to the pharmacist. He didn't make mention of speaking to the pharmacist, which means it's a written stuff through online.
All right. Okay. All right. So, Adela, do you have anything to say?
Yes, like option for yes, the paper-based ordering system are available. However, this should not be relied on if the word stock is urgently needed. So yeah, where the word urgently needed came up, they didn't actually talk about speaking to the pharmacy at all. So that cancels that option. So the first one say must sign a paper form if they want any new stock. So I don't think there's any place. Okay, it's only you. They only have to resort to paper-based requisition if they need uh, drugs, risk medicine like diazepam, codeine, phosphate, and cocodamol. So that makes those two options not the right answers.
Exactly. So thank you so much. So must sign a paper from, there's a place for signing as you mentioned, but then it's not just any new stock, it's for the at-risk medicines, okay? Because it's a paper-based requisition should be complete, legible, and signed. That's for at-risk medicine. So that makes this answer wrong. Okay? Can order medicine from the pharmacist, so that's our answer. Should speak to the pharmacist if a drug is needed urgently. If a drug is needed urgently, they should liaise with the ward-based team, right? Has been highlighted here. If they need to arrange urgent stock replenishment. So you can even get your answers from elimination. I can eliminate A, eliminate B, and then I have no choice than to pick C. All right, let's look at this quickly. So after this, I'll be sharing 6 questions on the group. Fresh questions on the...
Sorry, sir.
Okay, who is speaking?
It's me. I'm sorry. Is it C or B now? Sorry.
This? No, the answer is B.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. So let's look at this next one. 2 minutes. And drop your answers on the chat box. Thank you.
No,
Yeah, we have 30 seconds more. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, lots of answers dropping in. Oh, okay. 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 All right, so we have 10 seconds and then we're good. So, Nurse Deborah, are you on the call?
Yes, please.
All right, you chose B, right?
I chose C.
Ah, okay. Nobody chose B. Okay, everybody chose C. Nobody chose B. Okay. Okay, C. So explain why C, please. Or where you
Okay,
got
the
your answer?
extract from the, okay, I got my answer from, we encourage collaborative patient-centered care. However, the ICU is defined as a closed unit. This means that when patients are admitted into the ICU, they are under the care of the ICU team. That is where I got my answer from.
Okay. All right. So however, so when you see words like however, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Now, when you see words like
Okay.
however, they draw your attention to certain parts of your answers. Now, look at it. They said, let's look at 6.2.3. Okay, the last is third paragraph. Said, we encourage collaborative patient-centered care. However, the ICU is defined as a closed unit. They now went further to explain what that means. This means that when patients are admitted into the ICU, they are under the care of the ICU team. So that means the ICU team takes charge. Now, they now went on further to say, it is expected that members of the primary referral team will liaise daily. So they can liaise, why not? With the ICU team to discuss the patient management. They now want to put another however again to draw your attention. Take note of all these important things. However, it is up to the ICU to make final decisions. It means that ICU are in charge. So anybody that is making final decision, okay, is fully responsible for the patient care. True or false? True, right? Okay, so if you look at option A, ICU staff can be seconded to other wards. No, it cannot be seconded. That was mentioned. Only a consultant can refer a patient to ICU. No. If you read carefully. Then C, the ICU is fully responsible for a patient in their care. That was stated in two places. In the first, however, which they say under the care of the ICU team, and then the second one, they said it is up for the ICU to make final decisions, okay? And that gives you an idea that the ICU is fully responsible. So as I said, paraphrasing does a lot of work in Part D. And if you want to understand it, you're actually making a lot of mistakes. So Adela, your hand is always up. If your hand's not paining you, okay. Your hand is up. I don't know if it's a new up or it's a previous up. Raise that. Right. I would take that as a previous one. Okay, you brought it down. It's finally pinning you. Okay, so let's look at the last one, and then I'm going to share 6 questions on the group untouched. So let's look at this, and then we'll call it a day. All right, so this on 2 minutes. So I'll round up before in 10 minutes time. So post your answers on the group. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm not seeing any answer in the chat box, Abby. Hello, can you all hear me? Or did I lose connection? Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay, is this difficult? Okay, people are already dropping answers. That's fine. All right, Francisca. Okay. Linda is Eribe. Okay. All right, more answers, please, so that we'll round up with this. All right. Okay, so let me go to. All right. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay. Let me just pick randomly. Ariola on the call.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so you picked
Yeah.
B. So why B?
Yes. Anyway, the reason why I pick it is that when you read the first paragraph, it's talking about information about a patient safety incident must be given to a patient and their carers in a truthful and open manner by an appropriately nominated person. Come back to the question. When dealing with patients following a safety incident, staff must avoid speculating on the possible causes of, on the possible causes of the incident. So, as in, you have to explain what caused the incident. The staff must explain what make the incident to happen to the patient or the carer. To my own, my own understanding, that is how I explain it to myself, and that was made me to pick number B.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll say the answer after we have like 2 or 3 people explain. So let me go to hold on. I'm seeing very interesting answers. Aditola says A. Are you on the call, Dr. Aditola? Oh, no, Aditola, sorry. I'm confused now. Is it not Aditola? Aditola, are you on the call? All right, I can't hear her.
Sorry, I just chose A. I don't know why I chose A.
Okay, so we should just go ahead, Abby. We should carry on. Okay, we'll carry on. Who is iPhone? There's someone that is iPhone. I've not heard from this iPhone. I don't know who is this iPhone person. No name.
This is Babatunde.
Sorry, if you mistakenly sent iPhone.
Okay, Babatunde is speaking. All right, so Babatunde, why did you pick B to write?
Hello?
You pick B?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
same reason?
Well, I just went straight to where healthcare staff should explain the new. So that explanation, and from the option B, it is saying speculation is, and you haven't really said anything. So I just feel, okay, fine. You don't speculate on what you are not really sure of, so you don't put yourself in trouble.
Okay.
Even after reading all the text, like, you have to be truthful, you have to open-minded, you have to tell them the truth and all that. That in spite of all that, you understand that, in spite of all that being said, like, speculations are not really allowed, because speculations are not something, they are not genuine information. So that's why I just ended up.
All right, that's fine. So Henry on the call.
Okay, all right. I choose A.
Okay, why?
I choose D because they said staff must avoid. So I just looked at this. It is essential that any information given is solely on the facts known at that time. So you must avoid saying anything until the facts have been established. I looked at this essential.
Can I say something?
Something, yes. Hello?
Hello, can I say
That's what I
something?
looked at anyway. I don't know if I'm correct, but
Okay, all
I
right.
just felt maybe
Yeah,
Can I
that's
say
what
something,
still
sir?
make me to.
Hold on. Let's take it one
that's
at
why
a
I
time.
choose.
If you want to speak, please
That's why I choose D.
just raise your hand, just indicate, and then I'll call you, please, so that'll make it more orderly. Thank you. So Adela, I want to say something.
Yes, I arrive at my answer by eliminating one because the question, the answer is dangling between A and B. The third one, contradicting what has been said by other staff, does not really come into play here. So how I was able to eliminate A is the fact that there's a portion of the body of the paragraph that says that healthcare staff should explain that new information may emerge as an incident investigation is undertaken. So some things will have to be said to the patient relative or to the patient and the carer, even when investigation has not been done. In other words, even when the facts have not been established. So that's another way of putting investigation. So, and they also state that information given is based solely on the fact known at the time. So that validates base, which means that it should not be based on speculation. It should be based on the truth that is available at that point. But it doesn't have to be established before being divulged to the patient and the carer. So that may be the answer.
Okay, all right. That's good. So I'm trying to. So let's have from Francisca, and then I'll just summarize. Thank you, Francisca. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
I still go with them because it is that sentence that says it is also essential that any information given is based solely on the facts at the time. That's what made me to pick B because you have to have evidence. It
Okay.
says that you should have an evidence before the fact is an evidence. Before the fact is an evidence you have at that particular time. So if you don't have enough evidence, don't just go and form an evidence and start saying. That's what made me to pick that B.
All right. So that's good. That's okay. So let me just summarize this. Now, of course, the answer is also on the text very clearly. As she mentioned, the first speaker, she said information about a patient safety incident. So look at the question again. When dealing with patient following a safety incident, what staff must avoid? So you can put it to yourself. So what must I avoid when I'm dealing with a patient with safety incidents? I've already paraphrased it to my own understanding. What must I avoid? Now let's look at it. Information about a patient setting must be given to patient and or their care in a truthful. So that means I should be truthful. I should not speculate. I should not assume. In a truthful and open manner by an appropriately nominated person. That's one. Okay, so I'll pick that. I'll hold that in my left hand and then move forward quickly because I'm going to read virtually all the text. So patient wants a step-by-step explanation of what happened that considers their individual need and is delivered openly. Now, there's a communication must also be timely. Okay, patient and our carer should be provided with information. So they should be provided information about what happened as soon as practicable. Okay, so they must say something. All right. So it is essential. Now look at this part now. It is also essential that any information is given solely on the facts known. Don't speculate. Known at that time. That helps to buttress my first sentence. That I should be truthful, I should be factful, I should not speculate. So, if you go back to your option, saying anything until the fact. I must avoid saying anything until the facts. No, you can say something. All right. They didn't say you should not say anything. Say something. All right. And you don't have to wait till the fact is established. That was not really recorded. Now, C, contradicting what has been said by other staff. Now, if you go further, they said, healthcare staff should explain that the new information may emerge as an incident investigation is undertaken, and patients and their carers will be kept up to date with the progress of an investigation. The duty of the candor regulation requires that information was given as soon as possible in a reasonable, predictable, and given in writing no later than 10 days after the incident was reported through the local system. All right, so there's really no place for contradiction. What has been said by other staff, I don't think that was mentioned anywhere. I don't think I saw that. So the issues is between A and B. And then, of course, the answer has to be B. Because the first sentence already told us that we must be truthful in any incident. And then here and I said it's also essential that any information given is based solely on fact. It's also essential. It's a very key word. Okay, it's also essential that any information given is based solely on fact at that time. So speculating on the possibilities should be avoided because we want to assure that we are truthful and then we have a lot of facts before saying anything related to the incident. All right. So that makes our answer B. We don't want to speculate. We have to be truthful. All right. Okay. So
But if you have not established the fact, how can you be truthful? You have to have established it before you can say something. If you have to be truthful, that's what the way I understood it.
No,
because you have to establish what have happened.
Okay, see. So, okay, let's look at it this way. I understand where a little confusion is coming, but let me explain. So they say a staff must avoid saying anything until the fact has been established. So that means if someone comes to me now about an incident, right? And I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say anything to the patient. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not going to say anything about the incident. So when they say anything, anything is anything. If I'm in the incident scene, I can say anything. I don't need to wait for the staff for the fact to be established. When I say anything, I can greet you. I can say good afternoon, sir. He's saying something. All right. I can say, how's your day? I'm still saying something. So when they say anything, anything can be anything. It may not be related to the facts. They didn't say until now look at it. They said saying anything until the fact has been established. So even though I don't know anything about the facts, I can still say something, but it does not have to be related to the fact. I don't know if you get my point. The word say must avoid saying anything. Anything is anything. So for example, let's say you came to the safety incident scene, okay, and you are the one I'm to explain something to, or you're the one that needs explanation. All right. And then I'm not telling you an answer, and I say, oh, good day, sir. I've seen something already. How are you doing? You say, I'm fine. What's the name? Say, Mr. Okonkwo. Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Okonkwo. I can see that you're here to get information about the safety incident. All right. Well, I don't really know anything about it. But then we have a staff that can really explain to you what really happened. I've said something. I don't need to wait till the fact is I can say anything. So they're not trying to tell us that to the staff now avoid saying anything. They didn't say anything related to the fact. Anything. The staff can say something. You don't need to wait for the fact to be established before I utter any word. I don't know if you get my point.
Okay, I understand better now.
Do you get the point? If I utter any word, anything, so
yes, I do now.
That's why the answer is not correct. So you have to be very careful. OET, you have to must avoid saying anything. So I should not say anything. I go say something that I don't need to have. I need to be sure that in fact said. I understand where you're coming from, but you have to understand that word saying anything makes it wrong already. Okay. Speculating now makes it right. Speculating on must avoid speculating on possible cause of incident. Yeah. All right. So any questions? Any questions so that to conclude? I really actually appreciate your participation in this. As I said, after this, immediately within a short period of time, I'm going to share a document on the Telegram group, 6 questions too. I'm sure we've not done it as a whole group like this. So I'll share it and then you drop your answers at least this night or tomorrow. Those that want to private chat me that maybe needs their answers to be reviewed quickly, can send me a message. At least I'll be up to about 11 so that I can review. Maybe for those that have exams tomorrow, probably. All right. So if you have any questions too, you can drop it on the group. I'm going to share the recording of this as soon as possible, as soon as I compile the 3 sets of recording. All right, I'll share that on the group. And then if you have any questions relating to part B, if you feel confident to share it on the general platform, I will appreciate. If you also want to private chat me, I will also appreciate that. Okay. All right. So with this, we've come to the end of reading part B class for today. And okay, Francisca has something to say.
Yeah, I didn't get where you say we should submit the answer. Is it on the Telegram?
Yeah, on the Telegram page, please.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this class already ending. We already have less than 10 minutes, less than 1 minute. So thank you all for joining, and do have a wonderful weekend and success to all those that have their exams tomorrow. So it's good night from Dr. Ebuka, and have a wonderful night rest. Bye.
Bye. Good night. Thank you.
All right.
Bye. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Good night.
Okay.
Nice.
Very good night.